Welcome back, everybody. Today we got another Kevin Samuels classic. And trust me, this one goes left fast.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I am well. And your first name is?
Okay. Jamaica?
Jamaica. I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Yeah, I'm going to need you to. Are you watching YouTube?
No, I turned off the YouTube.
Okay. Okay. Your first name is Jamaica. What's your last name? Queens?
No. Greaves.
Jamaica Greaves. For real? What's your first name for real? Don't be playing with me.
Jackie.
Jackie. What do you got for me, Jackie?
Oh no, I thought you was asking a question about it seemed like you had different questions that you was asking.
You
But
cut.
you were just asking the young lady about
I first off, I was talking to a
how
young
women
lady
date.
about the show, but when I start talking to somebody, we got to have. Uh, okay, how old are you?
50.
50. All right, you're my age. Let's do this like we know how to do it. My name is Kevin, and your name is
Jackie.
Jackie. Nice to meet you, Jackie. Where are you from?
Originally from Queens, New York.
Originally from Queens, New York. Oh, so when I said Jamaica, Queens, it wasn't too far off. Where are you living now?
Orlando, Florida.
Orlando, Florida. Okay, so what did I get wrong on the topic of colorism, Jackie?
Um, is anything wrong? I didn't hear the whole thing, but I personally do know men who have said they prefer a lighter woman, but me personally have not had a problem finding men.
Okay.
So I guess it's preference if that's their choice.
Okay. So do you didn't hear my broadcast?
No, I didn't hear that part. I heard you asking the young ladies why
Okay. Did you happen
how
to
women
catch the is this the first my first show you watched?
no, I've been watching. I caught your show a couple weeks ago and I've been like binge watching and then I
did
sent it
did
to
you
my
watch the
friend.
one last night?
No.
Okay, well last night I had a caller on and she was a 28-year-old PhD from Seattle who was going off and on talking about how she couldn't find a man because black men want white women and because of her dark skin. And in her own story, she had an 8 month relationship with a guy and a 3 year relationship with a guy, a father who is African who was trying to help her find guys in the community and guys in the community trying to holler at her through her father. So basically proving that it wasn't her skin, it was her attitude. That's what started
Okay.
this whole show. And you say that you know that people have preference, which they do. But has yours dark? Are you a darker skinned woman? I think that's what you said.
I would say I am dark skinned, but my kids are darker than me,
Okay.
but I'm not light skinned.
Okay. All right. So you said it hasn't prohibited you from uh, romantic success. It hasn't hurt
Say
you.
that?
It hasn't hurt you finding a man, right?
No, no.
Okay. So,
But I do observe that some men some men do have a preference that way, but
well, yeah, of course, everybody has a preference. You got a preference too, though,
yeah.
right?
You said what?
You have a preference too, though, right?
Um, yeah, I would say I do.
I don't know a human being that doesn't. You're not married, correct?
No,
Have you ever been married?
no,
How many children do you have?
too.
And are they adults?
Pretty much now, yeah.
Are anyone? Are they both? Anybody at home still?
They're both home.
Are they under 18?
No,
Okay, so you're not legally responsible for them.
no.
So you've never been married. Why? Why do you think that is?
I will say because I'm gonna say my parents kind of damaged me emotionally, and so now I got to work through all that
Were your mother and father married?
part of the time.
What does that mean?
Um, they got married when I was 10,
Okay.
and then they divorced when I was 18.
All right. But then for the next 32 years, that was on you.
Right, right.
And you managed to have two children by the same father?
No.
Okay. So you managed to reproduce successfully. How come you haven't coupled
Yes.
successfully? I know you
Say
said
that?
I know you said your mother and father, but they did get married, even if it was just for 8 years. They had theirs. Um, I don't understand what they.
Right, but their relationship, two things. Their relationship kind of turned me off from relationships, the situation that we were in, that I was raised in,
Okay.
as well as my mother. I think she thought she was protecting me from the the stress of men, I guess, and was not encouraging of me dating.
What year was your mom born in?
Hmm?
What year was your mom born in? Mine was born in the 40s.
47.
All right, but see, I know a lot of baby boomer mothers did this to their Generation X daughters. I get that. I'm Generation X too. But what's the longest relationship you've had with a man?
I would say 6 years.
Okay. And how long ago was that?
That would be like 17 years ago.
So here comes the hard question. Here comes the hard question. And it's a question all of us Generation X people are going to have to answer. I say from 36 to 60, these are the tough questions we're going to all have to answer. Do you want to die alone?
No.
All right. That means you want a man in your life. And if you spent
Yes.
32 years of a life as an adult, for 32 years, you got two kids out of it with two different men. That means you can interact with a man. You've had a 6-year relationship with a man. But that 6 out of 32 years, that means 26 of them unattached. You don't have a history of having successful interaction with men. How is that going to work and not have you die alone? That's the question we all gonna have to answer.
That's why I'm watching your show.
Okay, well, what's the first thing I tell people that would be a good idea to do?
Therapy.
Right. Have you done it?
Yes.
Good. How long ago?
I'm in therapy now.
All right. How long you been in therapy?
About 3 to 4 years.
Did you say 3 to 4 years?
Yeah.
All right. Any clinical diagnosis of depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, anything that requires medication?
Depression.
Uh, that's usually short term. Are you on long term depressive therapy?
Um, I would say yes, but I think I'm kind of out of it now.
Well, now hold on. Now,
Um,
now we got to be specific. If you're on
right.
long term depressive therapy, that means you're actually under the care of a physician and you prescribe medication. You can't determine whether you're in or out. This is a medical.
I've never taken
All
medication.
right, that's why I say that it matters. Have you actually seen a clinician that could prescribe meds?
No.
Okay, who's your therapist?
A therapist. She's a professional therapist that I. What do you mean who?
I mean, is she a psychiatrist?
No, she's a therapist. I don't. She doesn't prescribe meds,
Okay,
so I think she's just a therapist.
no. So let's be clear. A therapist means a psychiatric professional. That's Dr. Anderson, Dr. Thomas, somebody who can take out a medical pad and write you a prescription for lithium, Valium, Xanax, Ambien. We're not talking about coaches and homeopathic and, you
No,
know,
I don't know if she can do that or not because
okay.
I told her I was not willing to take meds, so
Why?
we
Why are you
don't do
not
that.
willing to take meds?
I don't know, but I just
You had two children, right?
yes,
Did you have an epidural?
yes,
Those are meds.
yes.
So I'm gonna talk to the channel. See, black people, we got to stop this bullshit. They're talking about what we're not willing to do. Black people in this country, we got issues. You're not in any most of you are not in any position to say what you're not going to do if you want an outcome. You know how many people have lived shitty lives because they chose not to take Prozac for a short period of time? That's foolish.
Well,
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the channel.
okay.
That's foolish to say this can help me, and it has. But we and none of us and none of the people who make these decisions are medical professionals. It's all most of it's based on superstition and erroneous beliefs. I'm not talking to you, caller. I'm talking to the chat room. We got to stop that. So now I'm back to you. If you say you've been with the therapist for 4 years, when I start asking you, it doesn't sound like you really have a therapist. It sounds like you have a counselor. But a therapist can actually say you have attachment disorder or abandonment and acceptance issues. And they can actually diagnose you with clinical depression and prescribe medications and things like that if necessary to help you get from one place to another. And how do we get here? You say you've been with somebody for 4 years. In 4 years, there should be progress.
Yes, I've had. We observe progress. Yes.
How are you marking progress?
My willingness to do certain things and to accomplish certain goals.
All right, so let me go ahead and just be a little bit more tough. I had a caller the other day say the same thing. She's been in counseling for 4 years. Yet marking progress is in your relationships with other people. That's how progress is marked, not in deciding to eat Brussels sprouts. Life is
Right.
about people, and you don't come across as a person. When was the last time you had a date with a man?
I would. Okay. Someone has taken me out.
When was the last time you had a romantic date with a man where romance was the initial thing that you knew? He opened the door, pulled out the chair, kissed goodnight. When was the last time you did that?
February.
Okay. And where's that at?
I don't. There's nothing. We're just friends. But
No, ma'am.
that's the
No,
way he
ma'am. No,
treats me.
ma'am. Huh? He did what?
That's the way he treats me.
Okay.
He was doing that
Okay,
for
ma'am.
me,
Hold on.
right?
Now I'm not gonna try. I'm trying not to be. No. Okay. You're 50. I don't
Go
sound.
ahead.
Talk to me like a 50-year-old woman. You know what I'm asking. When was the last time you went out with a man with romantic intention?
Okay, I'm telling you, I would say a year ago. Okay. But what is it? He was taking me out with what I thought was romantic intentions. And then I found out that he was married. So we are no longer with romantic intentions.
Okay. All right. What I would suggest is one, you need to find you need to find a counselor. You may have somebody you're working with. Number one, women working with women, in my opinion, especially black women, you need to be working with a man. Because women don't tend to tell you guys the truth. And at 50 years old, you should be better at picking men, better at vetting men to help you determine some of these things. Okay. That's what I'm gonna just say. Okay. I'm not trying to be rude, but that's kind of where we should be. I gotta go ahead and let this. I see you, Juliet. We're gonna get to the next one. Thanks for calling in, ma'am. Call back on another show, though. I'd like to kind of flesh this out.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah.
This is another Kevin Samuels conversation that shows how important accountability is when it comes to relationships. Here's what stands out immediately. This caller is 50 years old, has 2 children, has never been married, and explains part of her relationship struggles by saying she never had a strong example of marriage growing up. That's an honest thing to acknowledge. Our upbringing can absolutely shape how we see relationships. But here's where Kevin pushes back. At some point, there has to be a shift from explaining your past to taking responsibility for your future. Plenty of people come from broken homes. Some repeat those patterns, while others work hard to build something different. Your childhood may explain certain challenges, but it doesn't remove your ability to make different choices as an adult. Then she mentions she's been seeing a therapist. Now, therapy can be incredibly valuable when it's helping someone recognize patterns, process experiences, and make healthier decisions. But Kevin's question is essentially this: if you've been doing the work, where's the progress? The goal of therapy isn't just to understand why something happened. It's to help you change what happens next. Another thing you'll notice is that the conversation seems to circle back to reasons instead of solutions. Every time Kevin tries to focus on what can be done now, the discussion returns to what went wrong years ago. That's a common trap. Reflection is important, but eventually it has to lead to action. For men watching, there's a lesson here too. When you're dating, pay attention to how someone talks about their past. Do they recognize mistakes they made? Can they describe what they've learned? Or is every setback explained only by someone else? The answer doesn't tell you whether a person is good or bad, but it can tell you a lot about how they approach growth and relationships. That's why Kevin kept bringing the conversation back to accountability. Because no matter where your story begins, your future depends on the choices you make today.